Hey guys, so let's get into the second collective of the day. We're going to be using the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck again to set the theme, and then we're going to be using the Shadowscapes Tarot, which is also fairy oriented because it's Friday. It feels Venusian, and I don't know why fairies make me think of Venus. And then we're going to be using the Rider-Waite-Smith for clarification. Okay, so while I shuffle and get this ready, guys, please remember that there are scammers out there stealing my pictures, my name, and they're going to be messaging y'all, trying to get y'all to pay them money. So they'll start off with these free messages of, oh, your ancestors told me to tell you this. I feel so drawn to tell you this. You have black magic and you need to pay me to help you take it off. Yeah, that's a scam. Please don't fall for that. Protect yourselves out there, okay? And to those of you who are sharing, reacting, commenting, following my business page on Facebook, following my channel on YouTube, and especially those of you who are signing up for the monthly membership and are supporting what I do, thank you so much, because that helps me do what I love and it helps me, be able to bring you guys more collectives. So thank y'all for that. So let's get started. By the way, guys, I'm not doing personal readings right now, so that's definitely a way we can find scammers. If somebody is charging you for a personal reading, it is not me because I'm not open. Okay, let's see. Second collective of the day, we've got, wishing you health. Okay, I don't think I've ever read that one before. Number 61. Okay. So, wishing you health, keyword wholeness. This is a health card. If you find yourself wishing for your wholeness, then it's time to do whatever it takes to break the spell of dis-ease or disease, whether it be on a physical, mental, or spiritual level. All these levels must work together in order for you to be the best that you can be. There must also be acknowledgement that lack of wholeness, or the feeling that something is missing, is all just an illusion. First, understand your divine perfection, that you are now and have always been whole. Bring that wholeness down and merge it into your body. Treat your body well with a good diet, exercise, and loving thoughts. If it's time for a checkup, then go get one. There is always something you can do to honor your body and make it a happier place to reside. Sometimes you have to place yourself above others in order to get proper rest and to ease out the tension in your life. This is not a selfish act, as you must be in tip-top condition in order to give your best to yourself and others. Forgive yourself and others for any past deeds, as holding on to these regrets takes a lot of energy that could be used elsewhere. Move forward. Love yourself. Know that you are worthy of good health and happiness. This is interesting because this makes me think yesterday we had a second collective that was very focused on improving their health physically. So somebody here really needs this message. Maybe they're working on it and Spirit's like encouraging them. You're doing a great job. So let's see. Let's get started. All right, first set. 3 of Swords. 7 of Wands. Ace of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Page of Wands. So, somebody in this, I'm going to say it's page, not because that's who they are, but I feel like they're a page right now because there's something that they're exploring that's different. It's pushing them out of their comfort zone. So at the 3 of Swords, this would be somebody who has been heartbroken, most definitely. They've been in a lot of pain. And 7 of Wands, they're trying to pull out of that, which could be why this was the theme. They're trying to heal Ace of Swords. Like they've got some, this heartbreak gave them some sort of clarity or understanding about themselves. With the Wheel of Fortune, whatever it is that this person has gone through, with the Wheel of Fortune, it was as it should be, because there was something that needed to be adjusted. There was something that needed to be healed. It's making me think of there's another deck I have that has a card called Broken Open, and it's talking about gratitude for going through situations that challenge us, but because it breaks open the pieces of us that had cracks, but that we were refusing to address. And so this is what I feel is happening here. Like somebody here was refusing to address something about their health. Now, this could be their mental health, this could be their emotional health, or this could be their actual physical health. But now, with the 3 and the Ace of Swords, they've gotten clarity on this, and they want to address this. They want to heal this, which is exactly the result that it was meant to have. So let's see here. Clarify 3 of Swords. So somebody's trying some new routine, because the Page of Wands is stepping out of their comfort zone. And with the Magician, it's because they're trying to manifest something. They're trying to create something. Clarify 3 of Swords. All right, so we've got, the Moon card. The Magician. Clarify the 3 of Swords. The Justice card, the Hierophant, and the 5 of Pentacles. Ooh. For some of you, it's gonna be somebody who may have gone through a divorce. They may have gone through a divorce, and it left them feeling unwanted. It left them feeling out in the cold, rejected, like they were nothing. If it wasn't a divorce, it could have been a really bad breakup. We've got 4 major arcanas here, though. So with the Moon card, there was something here. This represents our subconscious, our deepest fears, our hidden triggers. And with the Magician here, it's like somebody was manifesting, but from a place of, how to put this? Because the subconscious is the place that manifests things, right? But because it's this card, I'm going to say that they were manifesting from a place of fear. They were manifesting from a place of like lack, like not feeling enough. It's the place of their wounds. And with Justice, it's like whatever they were manifesting from that place was granted, only because it was like, I'm trying to think of an analogy here, because this is a little difficult to explain. I'm trying to think how to convey the image I'm getting in my head. So this was some sort of situation where, let's say somebody was manifesting, let's put it like this. Let's say somebody said, a feminine, right? Because this page is feminine. Let's say that this feminine said, I don't believe that, and this is a subconscious belief, so she's not going to know consciously that she thinks this, but her subconscious has this belief. So this is somebody that maybe they're uncomfortable with attractive people, because when they're with attractive people, they feel like they're going to get a lot more attention. They have a lot more opportunities to be unfaithful because they've been in a lot of pain before. And so they manifest people who are maybe struggling financially, people who are not doing really well in their life, people who like they're struggling to bring in somebody at their level. So they bring in people that they can have a little bit of control over. And I'm saying that because of the Hierophant here, it's like they want to be the person that is the mentor, the teacher. Let me instruct you on how to navigate this difficult period of your life, because that makes them feel better. That makes them feel a little bit more needed by this person. But that also means that they tend to pull in people who are immature, people who don't know how to face their own problems, don't know how to deal with their own issues. And the more immature they are, the more likely that they are actually going to do something not really in her best interest either. So she might have been manifesting a specific type of person that was something like this, right? But she didn't realize that it was coming from this place of insecurity and fears and triggers. So the universe is like, no, we'll grant it, because the only way she'll learn is by going through that type of relationship. Just because you're manifesting somebody that has their own set of insecurities, their own set of worries, doesn't mean that they're going to be loyal. It doesn't mean that they're going to be devoted, that they're going to cherish you. Because some people, and I think this page is one of them, because she's been hurt, because she's been in pain, she tends to overgive to compensate for what she feels she lacks. And she assumes that other people treat their wounds the same way. She doesn't realize that other people may treat it with, cruelty. They may treat their insecurities and fears as fuel to be even more mean, or to be hateful, or to be more disloyal, because they're going to get hurt anyway. So she was assuming people process pain the way she does, and they don't. And she's learning that lesson now, that just because you choose somebody that you think is the right one for you doesn't, I think it caused her actually more pain. Clarify Seven of Wands. Clarify Seven of Wands. We've got the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Yeah, see, I think this makes it a little worse. Only because it shows her having emotions for an Emperor. But Seven of Wands is there, which means that that's somebody that she will push away. She doesn't feel either that this person would love her, because that's the whole point of how she ended up manifesting somebody that hurt her more. With the Two of Pentacles, I think that the universe is trying to get this. She's actually a Queen of Cups, but she's being a Page of Wands because it's like she's trying to step into, I think she's trying to level up to Queen of Wands. And the Page is like the very beginning, right? The Page is somebody like, okay, this is an unfamiliar road, but I'm gonna get in there because I want to grow in this area of life. She's reorganizing her priorities. She's making a plan. So this is somebody who's already pouring love into themselves, which is great. She's already pouring love into herself, but she's now trying to level up into confidence. She's trying to be confident in herself. She's trying to be strong. And she understands that part of her strength comes from her confidence. She had some sort of breakthrough. So it could be that she realized she does want to match this Emperor, because Seven of Wands also fighting for something. And the only way she can match this Emperor is if she just believes that she is at the level of this Emperor. Clarify Ace of Swords. Now this could be financially, health could also be financial health, right? So we've got the Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Clarify Ace of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Five of Swords. Ooh. Oh, child. The fuck? Yeah. Damn. With the High Priestess. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So I think spiritually she matches this emperor because we've got the magician and the Hierophant, both which are spiritual masculine figures, and she's the high priestess. She matches this person spiritually. But when it comes to the 3D, she may struggle with that a little bit. Ace of Wands, it's like we have also the Ace of Swords here. Sorry, hold on. So the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands tell me that she's gotten some sort of inspiration. She's gotten some sort of clarity, knowledge on what it is that she needs to work on. Sorry. So with the Four of Wands, she knows that reaching this, whatever clarity she received, she knows that if she did this, it would be a milestone for her. It would be her doing something or reaching some sort of goalpost that she never thought she would reach. Unfortunately, we've got the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, and Eight of Swords. This also feels quite unattainable. Five of Wands, she has this internal battle concerning whatever this is. So let's say that it doesn't have to be physical. I'm going to use a different example, okay? Because yesterday I focused on the physical a lot because I kept using that analogy. Today I'm going to use a different analogy. If this is somebody who, let's say she's always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and she's the type of entrepreneur where she would move to Bali. I don't know why everybody wants to move to Bali. Probably because it's tropical and it's beautiful, but it's hot. I would never move to Bali. I can imagine the spiders and insects it has because it's tropical. Anywho, let's say she wants to move to Bali. And to her, that seems like such an impossible dream. The thing is, it's when we want something so badly, it seems so glorious. So she's already putting up these self-sabotage blockages. Like, oh, I don't know who I think I am. I would never make it. In fact, I think that would be greedy. I would be greedy if I wanted that. And you know what? That's not really my style. I would never be able to make it because I have this blockage and I have this blockage. So all three cards is her mentally blocking her progress, really. And it's all mental because it's swords. It's her thoughts. I keep telling y'all, your thoughts dictate your reality. And she doesn't even realize how do I put this? Our thoughts create pathways in our brain, okay? So you see these little spaces between the cards? Imagine that a thought is creating a little groove in your brain, okay? It's a little groove, but every time you think the same thought, the groove goes deeper and deeper. To change that, to stop making that groove go deep and change it into a whole new groove, it's going to take consistency. It takes practice. It takes self-control. And somebody saying, I caught that thought, I'm going to flip it around. So the way you do that, and that might be the clarity she's receiving, to get past this, every time she thinks, I probably wouldn't be able to reach it, she has to mentally catch herself and say, but what if I do? That lifestyle isn't for me. But you know what? It would be amazing if I could have it. She's got to learn to switch and switch and switch and switch because consistency will rewire those pathways. And I think that she's getting clarity on how to do it. Now, she is in page energy. It's new. There's a whole new area of life for her. And she wants it really badly. And Spirit just gave her the clarity on how to do it. She's in High Priestess energy. And the Ace of Swords is divinity handing you an answer. So maybe she prayed for help. Maybe she manifested help. Whatever it is she was trying to do, the answer came through on how to overcome these mental blockages. Clarify Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Cups. Ooh, Three of Swords. Clarify Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Two of Cups. Okay. And that's her goal. That's her goal. I feel like this could be somebody who already she's got the Queen of Cups down. She may already have the Queen of, maybe the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Pentacles down, but this is one of the major blockages. Because Queen of Wands is connected to like the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra. And those deal with, manifestation. So she needs to step into this energy of confidence and self-acceptance and, knowing her value, her worth, for her to be able to move forward. But fate and destiny are playing a hand in this as well. Her guides, her ancestors are giving her answers. This heartbreak she's carrying around also affects her. So the answer is coming through on healing that. Healing the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords. She's got to heal these. All of these are thoughts. Three of Swords is the mentality of feeling like she's never going to find anybody that is loyal to her, dedicated to her, cherishes her. So that is connected to all of this because it's all connecting back to her self-worth, to the way she values herself. I like this. I really, really hope that this resonates with somebody and helps them on their journey. Hold on. There we go. I just realized I was pushing the glass. Okay. Next set. Two of Cups. There's that. Jesus. Okay. Temperance. This is a little overthinker we've got here. Major overthinker. And the Four of Cups. The Justice card. So this is part of her challenge. Because see, the Justice card represents our karmic contracts, right? As in, one of the challenges she set herself for this lifetime was to overcome this challenge, was to overcome this specific hurdle. So whether it has to do with her wanting to be an entrepreneur, whether it has to do with her wanting a specific body type, whether it has to do with her wanting a specific amount in her bank account, whatever it is that she's lacking confidence in, she wrote this challenge into her present life. And Two of Cups, I think it has a lot to do with the way she views love, the way she views, like she's allowed the treatment she's received in love, the heartbreak she's received in love, to influence her view of herself. She has taken those people's words as affirmations, basically. So if somebody told her at one point, I no longer desire you, she took that as an affirmation of, I am not desirable, and it replays in her head over and over. If she had another lover tell her, you're not part of my, you're in a different class financially, she took that as, I am low class financially, and that is playing and playing and playing in her head. If she met somebody who told her, you're just not my type of woman I'm attracted to, or person I'm attracted to, then whoever this story is about took that as an affirmation of you are not attractive. And it plays out, plays out, plays out in their head. So they're living in this place of anxiety and fear and worry and stress because they've taken all their experiences as proof of who they are. They're allowing this to define their identity. And that's what the universe is like, no. Those are meant to be challenges. It's kind of like, I'm not a big fan of what's her name? Oh my God, now I can't think of her name. The Harry Potter author. I'm not a big fan of her because she's transphobic and not a great supporter of things that I believe in. But the story she brought to life of Harry Potter has a life of its own. So that's separate. And I remember reading that when she started writing that, she was in one of the worst areas of her life. She was one of the worst eras of her life, times of her life. And when she tried getting it published, initially she kept getting rejected. If she had internalized those rejections, she would have just interpreted that as, I just shouldn't write. Nobody wants to publish a story. But she knew that that story had to come to life. So instead, she took that as a challenge. Like, okay, these people think I shouldn't publish this story, but I know this story needs to be published. So she actually paid, if I remember correctly, she paid to publish her first books. It wasn't until like the second or third book that it gained all this traction. Then the millions came in. But she had to believe in herself, because if she was waiting for other people to validate her worth as an author, she would have never created Harry Potter. And Harry Potter, we all love. I love Harry Potter. I know there's a lot of people out there. That's why he has a whole world of his own. So this is something that this particular feminine energy needs to take into account. Taking other people's words as validation or as this is who I am. This is my identity because this person said so. That is the worst mistake to make, especially when that person's not in your life anymore. Or if they are in your life, they're not somebody who's very loving or affectionate. Because this is a lot of pain. This is a lot of mental abuse that has been heaped onto this person, and they have internalized that as, this is just who I am. This is part of my identity. I am a loser. I am nothing. I am this. I am that. And that's destroying her. It was meant to be a challenge, but it's like, this is the moment where Spirit is reminding her, this wasn't meant to be part of your identity. This was meant to be a challenge. You need to temper this, because right now, with the Four of Cups, it's making her lose faith in herself. It's making her lose faith in her path. It's almost like she's sitting here with the Four of Cups saying, I don't even know why I wish I could be an entrepreneur. Why I wish I could live in Bali. I'm living in La La Land, because that's never going to happen. But the Six of Cups, it especially was a challenge she went through as a child. But whatever was said to her as a child, whatever environment she was in, this was a karmic challenge. It was not the definition of who her identity is in this lifetime. So I have to explain a little bit more about that. Like, it's meant to be a part of her path, but not the way she's taken it. So let me give you an example. If somebody in her childhood told her something like, you are just not pretty enough, and she took that as confirmation of her identity is an ugly person, when in reality it could be that the reason she chose that challenge was because she was going to be part of the body positivity movement. Maybe whatever it is that the other people perceived as her not being attractive was actually meant to put her on the path of attraction is subjective. And instead of trying to force your version of attraction on other people, why don't you just shut the fuck up? Let other people exist. Whether you find them attractive or not, doesn't matter. If you want to give someone a compliment, great. But if you don't think someone is attractive, why? That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to let someone think that you do not find them attractive. Unless that person's trying to sleep with you, there's no need to voice that. And then, well, that's different. You'd have to be clear about why you are not open to that. But that doesn't define that person's identity. So whatever it is that she was told in childhood, it was meant to be a challenge to work through, not her accepting that as part of her identity. Clarify Two of Cups. Ooh. Clarify Two of Cups. Clarify the Two of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. And the Magician. See, this is... I see this quite often when I do love readings. When I've done, because I'm not open right now, but it's like this feminine has... Remember, her goal in this collective is to reach the Queen of Wands, right? That place of confidence and sure in herself and assertiveness and all that. So since she doesn't have that, she is attracted to people who naturally embody that. And she has this belief that she just needs to, like, she's attracted to it in other people, but it's because it's what she lacks. So she'll have a tendency to want to be near, men or masculine energies that are confident and assertive and sure of themselves and they're natural leaders. And she'll invest in that. She'll become a part of their life because she thinks that's so amazing. But what it's meant to do, our attraction is meant to lead us to what it is that we need to work on. Like people who are drawn to stories or poems that are always about love, that's an indication that they probably need to work on their own self-love. People who are drawn to stories of power and conquering and status, it's because they need to work on their self-power, their own power, their sense of empowerment. So she's not realizing that she's attracted to a specific type of masculine because that's who she's meant to become, not them. She's not like it's not like white girl next door. That's not what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. I meant like she's supposed to embody certain qualities that they represent. Is what I'm trying to say. Clarify Nine of Swords. Clarify Nine of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, the Fool, and there's the Six of Cups. I told you, the Two and the Four of Cups, and there it is. The Six of Cups. So she has met somebody who is an emperor, as we saw in the first row. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is somebody that she knows she could build long-term stability with. But with the Knight of Cups, it also feels like a dream. That also feels out of reach. She feels like she'd be a fool to think that this person would be her soulmate, that this person would be her match. And she's all in her head about it, all anxious and stressed out about it. Why? Because she thinks the Emperor is above her. She puts this person on a pedestal. And as soon as she puts this person on a pedestal, that means she is beneath them. But we've got 7 cups here. She sees, it's like she doesn't even see this person clearly. She's seeing this person through this lens of dreaminess, of like they're just perfect, they're just amazing. Even if they told her their flaws, or even if she saw them, she would coat them with some sort of rose-colored glasses, so that, again, when she's looking at herself, she's looking at herself with this, fine critical eye. But when she's looking at this person, she's looking at them through rose-colored glasses. So, rose-colored glasses are kind of natural. Usually in love, it happens. We just think that everything this person does is wonderful. But I think the message here is, why can't she look at herself that way? Like, I once had a partner who was so sweet to me. And I was trying to point out one of my flaws, which I hate washing dishes, okay? I fucking hate it. And I was telling this partner that was one of my flaws. I just hate cleaning and washing dishes. I hate it. And that partner's response was, well, you were most likely an empress in a previous life, so of course, doing menial work would be unpleasant to you. And I started laughing my head off, because I was like, wow, what a way to dress up a flaw. I was very grateful for that. But my point is that if that same partner had had that flaw, they would have made themselves look like, oh, I'm a terrible person because I have this flaw. But when it came to me, they would always make it something that was a good thing, that even the flaw was cute. So this is the way I'm seeing this happening here. But it's creating a lot of anxiety in this feminine energy, because the more she sees great qualities in this emperor, the more she puts herself down, because she does not see herself as an empress. Even if externally she voiced, oh, I'm totally an empress, she's totally not. She's working her way there, but she doesn't think she's one. Clarify temperance. Clarify temperance. Four of Wands, the Moon, Five of Swords. There's that Five of Swords again. Five of Cups and Strength. With the Six of Pentacles. So temperance is here because this is what Spirit is trying to get her to focus on, right? Why are you doing this to yourself? Why do you treat yourself this way? Why do you talk to yourself this way? With the Six of Pentacles, this feminine has gotten used to being given the bare minimum. She's just accepted it like this is reality. This is also a Taurus moon card, so she may be somebody who's a giver, and she's just accepted that that's how life is. She is the giver, but she is not the receiver. But with the Four of Wands here, remember, this is a milestone. This is the universe saying, no. You have to reach this milestone that you're so terrified of, because this is what's creating a mental blockage. When we do things that we are proud of, our sacral chakra, not our sacral, I'm sorry, our solar plexus chakra glows. So for example, when we do things that we find difficult, this is why discipline is a form of self-love, because people who are not morning people, when they create the habit of waking up early and doing things, they're proud of themselves because they know what it costs them to do that. And their solar plexus chakra glows. When somebody has a really hard time, like somebody maybe was born dyslexic and they have a struggle to read, when they read through an entire book, they feel amazing because they know the discipline it took for them to finish it. So whatever this is that she's meant to accomplish, Spirit is like, I know you're afraid of it. With the Moon card here, I know this is like a trigger. There's shadow work that needs to be done. You need to address this because you're creating a blockage, because you're glorifying whatever this milestone is. You look at it like it's not, you could not do it. But in doing so, it also makes you disappointed in yourself. It makes you think like, I I would never, because it takes strength to reach that milestone. And this is an area of weakness for her. And that's okay. Instead of focusing on the weakness, focus on, building the steps to get there. So let's say that this is, I'm using the example of that entrepreneur, right? Let's say that she keeps thinking, oh, I just don't have the energy it takes to be an entrepreneur. I don't have the structure, the organization it takes. All of these are just blockages. It takes consistency. It takes courage to put herself out there, to put her ideas out there. She's got to start somewhere. She's not going to naturally just wake up and be an entrepreneur. Nobody wakes up like that. People learn to put in the work. And she's not putting in the work because she's thinking it's too far off. She's thinking of it like it's a far off thing. Instead of thinking about the baby steps, like break it down. Any goal that you're trying to reach, create long-term goals that would get you there. And then those long-term goals, create short-term goals to reach those. And then it turns into a step. Each one is a milestone before you reach the ultimate goal. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say she wants to be the entrepreneur in Bali who lives in Bali, right? That's the long-term goal. So there's a whole bunch of goals that would need to go in the middle, right? First, she would need to have a freaking business. Second of all, she would need to have that business being remote so that she could work wherever she wants. Third, she would have to know what the laws are of this. So there's steps, right? So let's focus right now on just creating a business. What are the steps needed to do that? Well, she would need to think about what idea she wants to create. She would need to think about what product or what service she could offer, etc. That would need to be what she focuses on. Not being in Bali. That's the long-term goal. She'll get there eventually. She's got to focus on this one first. Create all these little steps to get there before she's thinking about the long term. And she's so focused on the long term that she doesn't even focus on the work that she needs to do in between. Because it takes discipline. It takes strength to be able to accomplish those. And that's what Spirit is telling her right now. That's what she needs to focus on. It was meant to be a challenge. Clarify 4 of Cups. We've got the World. Yep, Saturn. How did I know Saturn was going to make an appearance? Clarify 4 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups. Yep. So, 9 of Pentacles. If she does want to get to a place of financial independence, she's got to put in the work. The World card is Saturn energy. It's like the energy of the world is your oyster. But for the world to be your oyster, you've got to put in the fucking work. So she's got to be consistent. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like she's in this stage of life where the Knight of Pentacles makes me think of somebody who just got out of college, just got out of the university. They've got all the knowledge they need. Now it's like, that's why they're standing still, because it's like taking that deep breath before they start this long ass journey of life. And Spirit's like, well, it's not like you were born a Queen of Cups. I want you to think about how you got there and just repeat the process, but this time in a different area of your life. You had to put consistency into your self-love. You had to put consistency into your healing. Now, this is a different area of healing. You've got to be just as consistent, just as determined. Put in the work. Because 4 of Cups it's like she's not excited about it. She's actually kind of depressed about this area of life. But she wants to be the 9 of Pentacles here. She wants to be financially independent. She wants to be super confident and enjoying life. So move on. Create that plan. Start working on it. Don't delay. So I'm going to stop part 1 here. This one got really long, but it's on YouTube, so it should be fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to react, comment, share. And if you comment even just a little emoji, that pushes my algorithm and shows me you appreciate my time and energy. For those of you who want to watch part 2, the link to the monthly membership is down below in the description box. And if you have already subscribed to the monthly membership and you want to watch part 2, Click on the link that says follow me on my Facebook page. It'll take you to my main Facebook page. You'll see Subscribers Hub. Click on that, and that's where all the part twos are at, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.